One thing is for sure about Nigerian fashion. We have something captivating that can't be taken away from us. The secret lies in Nigeria's artistic soul. Join us on this exhilarating journey as we uncover the inspiration and sheer dedication that has transformed Nigerian fashion into an unstoppable force. Over the last decade, Nigerian fashion has transformed dramatically. What was once predominantly traditional and ceremonial attire has now evolved into a dynamic and diverse fashion scene that encompasses a wide range of styles, from casual to haute couture. The influence of globalization coupled with newfound pride in local culture has contributed to this evolution. Fashion in Nigeria is no longer confined to special occasions. It has become a part of everyday life. The fusion of traditional elements with contemporary designs has created unique fashion language that resonates with both the local population and the international fashion community. In the last decade, the Nigerian fashion industry has experienced an extraordinary growth spurt. The sector's contribution to the economy has surged, creating countless jobs and positioning Nigeria on the global fashion stage. The fashion e-commerce sector presently contributes to 37% revenues to Nigeria's economy. Dr. Isa Yakusak, CEO of the Nigeria's Exports Promotion Council (NEPC), revealed this.
As we all know, Nigeria is the pride of Africa.
The fashion trends keeps evolving every day.
Fashion business is still very raw.
There's not enough funding for the creative sector.
In Africa, where colors blend with culture and creativity knows no bound, a fashion revolution is underway. Welcome to the unveiled runway, the rise of the Nigerian fashion industry. This is the story of passion, innovation, and resilience, where tradition and modernity weave breathtaking masterpieces that captivate the world. Our journey begins with Nigerians' rich cultural tapestry. Traditional clothing and craftsmanship have adorned the Nigerian people for centuries, speaking volume about their identity and history, from the resplendent Ankara prints to the intricate Adira patterns. Those fabrics hold tales of generation past and present. But how did these timeless traditions transform into this memorizing fashion we see today? Let's find out as we embark on this breathtaking journey. Among these luminaries, we were opportune to meet with Detail Africa, a symbol of quality and elegance, led by the visionary CEO Salome Ikogo.
My name is Salome Ikogo. I am the founder at Detail Africa. I have been in business for about 5 years now.
Detail Africa isn't merely a brand, it's a fusion of fashion and function. Their bags effortlessly integrate into the everyday lives of both men and women. Diving deeper into the industry's evolution, our journey introduces us to Mr. Waliu Oluwakomiyo, also known as K-Black Adire Craft.
My name is Wali Oluwakomiyo, popularly known as K-Black. I'm a fashion entrepreneur based in Abeokuta. Nigeria is very large. It's more or less like a division of labor. You know, from the process of sorting for your materials, the materials needed, using high quality materials, and after that, from the tying of the fabric, because it's the tying that will give you your desired output at the end of the day. So after the dyeing, then you already get your chemicals and your dyes, the top quality also. So when you mix your chemical and your dye, you apply appropriately on your fabrics. So when you rinse when it's time due, then after that, you let it wait for some minutes before you rinse it properly, because proper rinsing is very important. Then we need sun. So after that, it gets dry. Then before we do the finishing touch on it, then it's out there for customers for consumption.
Making a leatherwork bag is more complex than you would imagine. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of mistakes, a lot of creativity. First of all, when you want to make a bag, be it like a work bag, be it like a female bag, you first have to begin with creating the pattern, right? It is based on that pattern that the whole bag is going to look like. So first of all, you actually create the pattern, then you test the pattern, right? Then you actually begin the process of actually getting the best type of leather for that type of bag, because not every type of leather works for every type of bag. And these are the kind of mistakes that you make and you actually learn from. So you get the leather, then you create a sample first, such that if you make any mistakes, you can always make amendments after the samples.
Chioma Akpuru, the creative force behind the Chioma Akpuru brand, takes us on a journey into a visionary world.
My name is Chioma Akpuru Ugo. I'm a fashion designer, a fashion stylist as well.
A designer, stylist, and bridal expert. She goes beyond garments, infusing dreams, aspirations, and cultural roots into each delicate stitch.
And I'm very, very, very big on African prints, African fabrics that, take us back to our roots. And if you look at our design, you would notice that there's always an element of culture, there's always an element of, people, art, culture. And you could see it in our pieces through the incorporation of, cowries, through the use of Nigerian fabrics, Ankara, damask, and even in terms of making the usual foreign designs, you would also see that there's a contemporary feel to our designs, injecting edginess into contemporary fashion.
I'm Cyrus Anthony by name. I'm a fashion designer. I'm about 10 years in business now.
Amidst this tapestry, a standout emerges. Cyrus Anthony, a luminary shaping men's style. His artistry as a fashion designer goes beyond fabric.
Way back then, it was more of, should I call them the Baba Suraju people and everything. But now, because of more education, because a lot of educated people are coming into fashion business, that's why we now have a lot of branding. People understand fashion well. There's a lot of precision with cutting, sewing. People pay attention to a lot of details now, which makes it different from then. I remember way back then, when my parents were close, we used to be baggy clothes, but these days people don't really wear baggy again. It's because of the new advanced people that are coming into the business, which has now made it better right now. So everybody's wearing fitted, trim clothes, and then there's a lot of attention to details these days in clothes.
As for the evolution of fashion, I would say you can actually see this everywhere, from accessories to apparel. Fashion has changed. One thing I can tell you is very predominant now is the fact that, unlike before, where the line of men and the women items are very clear, these days what you see more of is actually unisex items, right? Because fashion is more fluid these days, and this has also cascaded into the kind of bags that we make, because we've had times where we make a bag and we've called the bag a female bag. However, we've seen men buy these bags, right? So this has just really influenced our design process as well as our PR process. The way we pass the messages across, the way we pass the brand messaging across.
The revolution did not stop on the runways. Sustainability has become the fabric of change. Designers have embraced eco-friendly materials, ethical practices, and fair trade to protect environment and uplift communities.
Our sustainability approach in this business is, number one, we make use of top quality fabrics, whereby regardless of how many times the end user is washing the fabric, it will remain its texture. We make use of top quality dye. So regardless of the demand, regardless of the quantity, we still maintain that level of quality fabrics and quality dye.
Sustainable fashion, like I say, is something that is continuous. And initially, when I first started, I wasn't big on sustainability because I was focused more on making money. Making money in terms of I wasn't really focusing on the artistic direction of my brand, where I wanted my brand to go. I was focused on the things that people were bringing to me. And most of the jobs I was getting at the time were usually ashwebis. I know how the Nigerian market is very big on ashwebis. So
as regards sustainability, I like to think of it first from an empowerment point of view, right? We like to make sure that our production process has a sustainable angle to it. And what we've done is that we've been able to empower the artisans that we actually work with by making sure that apart from just producing these products, they're also taken care of very well. We make sure that our production process is very ethical. We are not a fast fashion brand. We make sure that we produce slowly and well, such that we are part of that, I would say part of that force that wants to save the planet, because we don't want to do fast fashion and just encourage consumerism. We like to make sure it is slow fashion for the people that really want it. We do quality products so that you can use over time and not have to waste. So I like to think of our sustainability from that angle, because that's how we actually approach it.
As the sun sets on our journey through Nigeria's fashion industry rise, we're left in awe of the artistry, culture, and tenacity that have paved the way for its success. The Nigerian fashion industry continues to soar, inspiring the world with creativity, heritage, and passion. This is not just a story. It's a celebration of Nigerians' captivating journey on the unveiled runway.